there is something that sometimes we talk about that is called beginner hell, which is about the first 6 months. I would say the first 3 to 6 months of learning how to dance, especially for leaders, can feel very intimidating, because you not only have to think about your steps, but you also have to think about your followers' footwork, timing, because you are in charge, kind of leading the patterns that you want to do, and the follower will then decide to respond. So you have to have a good enough grasp and understanding of your basics by yourself before you connect with a partner, because if you don't even know what you're doing, how are you going to be able to lead a partner? So something that we highly recommend is that you take footwork classes to improve your ability to understand timing, your balance, the way you're able to step throughout a dance by yourself. That being said, I think if you take consistently between 2 to 4 hours of classes per week, I think in about 6 months you should be able to get out of what we call beginner hell, and you can now start to not think so much about what you're doing, but you can now have a little bit more fun with your partner. Around the 6-month mark is when you're gonna start to feel a better ability to coordinate your upper half of your body, what you're doing with your hands and your arms, to what's going on in your lower half with your footwork. Something you can do to improve: focus more on connecting with your partner, on having a good time. I know in the beginning it can feel a little awkward to look at somebody in the eyes, but definitely making eye contact, smiling, will make the dance less uncomfortable and make it a little bit more fun. Now, after this first 6 months, you can focus a little bit more on learning more about musicality, learning more about body movement, so that you can also improve your upper body mobility and also improving your spinning technique. Again, learning about pachanga, cha-cha-cha, boogaloo, son, rumba, afro. I think all these little subgenres of salsa will slowly make you look like a more advanced dancer, and I think this usually happens between the year number 1 and the year number 4. This process and this time period is where you're gonna maybe see a little bit of a plateau, but as long as you keep learning and you keep always trying different things from different teachers, different topics, I think you will continue to advance. Through the 4-year mark, I could say most people could be considered intermediate to advanced dancers. Now, something very important is that everybody will advance at different speeds. Not everybody comes into salsa classes with the same skill sets, so don't get frustrated because everybody is going through their own process. I think dance is something that we improve, yes, as we hear and listen teachers, but also as we practice and as we do things on our own time.